Cricket Association of Nepal. I would like to welcome Rob Lynch, Director of Cricket and Operations from Marylebone Cricket Club, the MCC. First of all, thank you, Rob, for taking out time. The Nepal Premier League is here. Cricket Association of Nepal, along with every stakeholder in this country, has put in a lot of effort to make sure that this tournament gets recognition, this tournament gets a lot of value. And for us, now today we are announcing few things for which Rob himself will be addressing everybody. Nepal and the MCC go back since a very long time. In 2016, we got our very first opportunity to play at Lords, which was phenomenal, that experience. And after that, again in 2018, we got that opportunity. Plus, we've had the MCC Foundation, which is doing a lot of incredible work in this country with a lot of tutors based here in Nepal, doing a lot of educational cricket work in the background. And of course, now moving ahead, as we grow as a cricketing nation, it's very important that relationships like these will help us grow and become a better cricket nation. And we're very glad that the MCC has shown the faith, has shown the spirit that MCC is renowned for. Without wasting much time, I would like to hand over the mic to Rob to address few things, key things that about where and how Cricket Association of Nepal, the Nepal Premier League, and the MCC we are aligned together, and hopefully we will create a bigger, better network for all of our cricketing relationships as we move forward. Over to you, Rob. Thanks.
Thanks, Paras. I think the first thing to do is to congratulate you and everyone associated with the Cricket Association of Nepal for what you've done and what you're doing for cricket here in Nepal. It's obvious that this is such an amazing competition, firstly, but also what's really struck me since I've been here in the last couple of days is the simple passion and fandom that you see here from everyone associated with our great game. And from an MCC perspective, one of our objectives is to work for the good of the game globally, and therefore relationships with associate nations in the game are really, really important to us. And as Paras has outlined, there's a historic relationship here between our two organisations, and it's something that we want to build on in the future because it's clearly evident that the potential of cricket in this country is immense. And you have a very, very positive future ahead of you on the global stage, which we're starting to see come through. You know, the third now qualification for the Nepali national team to play in the T20 World Cup next year. You know, that's exciting against one of my two home nations. I'm a dual national as a New Zealander and now with an English passport. But there's a big game in Mumbai in February, and I'll be looking at that game with great interest, and you never know, an upset could be on the cards. Stranger things have happened, and also on the women's game as well. You know, women's cricket is such a growth area globally, and we have the privilege next year at Lords to host the T20 Women's World Cup, including the final at Lords, and the qualification process that's ahead of us could indeed have a Nepalese team in that competition as well, which again, you know, I'll be watching very closely what happens in the qualifications, and wish you, Paras, and the women's team all the best for that. So, you know, extremely impressed with what I'm seeing here in Nepal. And firstly, I think just before we talk about specifically what we're about to announce today, but also the stadium, Paras. You know, like I've been watching cricket in Nepal for a number of years now. This is the first time that I've been fortunate enough to come, but the progress that you've made in the last 12 months to be here in this stunning location is quite frankly amazing. And I can assure you that construction would take a hell of a lot longer in my part of the world than what it is here. And you know, you only have to look around with this backdrop and, you know, see how amazing it is. So, you know, I have nothing but respect for what you've done so far and what's ahead of you in the future. I think specifically what we wanted to talk about today is what the MCC can do to, I suppose, tangibly represent our intention to work closely with the Cricket Association of Nepal in this tournament. And the route in which we want to do that initially is to work on our message of the spirit of cricket that the MCC has. In early 2000s, the spirit of cricket was introduced as a preamble to the laws of the game, of which we're obviously the guardians of. And it's really a message that we try to send about how in which the game should be played, and with integrity and with respect for the game itself, the oppositions, the officials, the administrators, and everything that the game represents. And we were kicking about how best to do that, and Paras and I and colleagues have decided on the MCC effectively handing over our Spirit of Cricket Award for Paras and his colleagues to agree who will best represent that in this tournament by way of team. So there will be a team Spirit of Cricket Award backed by the MCC. And we have a physical award here today that we're going to unveil. And I hope that is, I suppose, a very small but important addition to this competition, which will obviously be an award at the end of it, but it represents much more. And that is the intention that we have to do more as a partnership in the future. As Paras said, I was actually in the ground at Lord's in 2016 when the Nepalese came to play, and I was outside of the playing area. And I remember thinking, when play started, what is that noise coming from the ground? And walked in to see fans supporting their national team, probably 6,000 or so of them, like I've never seen before. The noise was incredible. And I said to someone here on Friday when I came, I've never experienced a noise like you get from this stadium. I think the only place I've ever seen it is in various stadiums in India, obviously, and in Dubai when there's a game between Asian nations in Dubai. But that noise and what it represents is quite something. And there's obviously such a large population of Nepalese in the UK who support the national team and love cricket. So that leads us to thinking, well, how could we build on that? And whilst I can't confirm yet, because the fixture lists at Lord's are a very complicated matrix that we have to put together, and demand on our ground is huge, but Paras and I are in early stages of discussing how we could get another game or another fixture at Lord's in the future. And I think we could build on that with working with our European friends in Ireland, Scotland, Netherlands, as to see how we could sort of get some more cricket to help develop those nations in our part of the world, with Lord's being a potential base for that. So I suppose that's dangling a slight carrot for the future, but I certainly have an intention to look at that and work more closely with Paras and his team. So I don't know, Paras, if I should pause there and we should perhaps bring out the trophy and show what we're doing, and then as I say, I'm very happy to answer any question.
Lovely, well done.
Thank you, Rob. I think this MCC, Spirit of Cricket Award for the Nepal Premier League and Cricket Association Nepal really means a lot. We've had a lot of discussions of how we want to take this forward with Rob and the MCC and everybody in world cricket, very supportive of what Cricket Association of Nepal has done. This piece will now go to the best team that is going to follow the spirit of the game. I think I'm sure all teams are fighting for the trophy. The tournament is still open, but this is one piece that really will add a lot of value to Nepal cricket, as well as to all of our franchise owners who have put in huge investments, and to the MCC and everybody, we'd like to thank you all, and hopefully this partnership will take us to future matches at Lords. There are a lot of potential partnerships we're discussing with regards to franchise cricket. We have the 100, we have the other leagues in the UK as well. We're trying to promote grassroots cricket as well, for which all of the formal announcements we will make as time comes. But for now, the spirit of cricket is here, and we are very glad that we have managed to get this up and running officially. Now, if there are any questions, we'll only take 3 questions because the teams are in preparation, and after that, we'll have to end today's press conference. Any questions, please?
A question to Rob. So you spoke about the future plans that you're formulating with CAN. Anything concrete that has been discussed upon with the World Cup coming close and the team going to prepare? Anything in this regard?
In regards to what we could do with Nepal in the future, you mean? Look, I said without confirming, and I stressed that because I can't stress how complicated scheduling cricket at Lords is, but there is a germination of an idea to look at doing something in 2027.
पारस दाले प्रश्न जस्तो योभन्दा अगाडि चाहिँ हामीले लर्ड्समै गएर पनि खेल्यौँ। हाम्रो केही खेलाडीहरूले त्यहाँ गएर प्रशिक्षण गरेको हामीसँग उदाहरण थियो 10 वर्ष अगाडि। यो बिचमा भनौँ धेरै उतार चढाव भएपछि फेरि एउटा कडी जोडिएको छैन। यसले चाहिँ कति अगाडि जान्छ अथवा हामीले चाँडै चाहिँ के त्यस्तो केही सुन्न पाउँछ कि प्लान्सहरू छ?
I think it'll all come down to imagine if I might make a bold statement right now, but with T20 cricket, if we beat England in Mumbai, then we might get the right eyeballs for us to play regularly. But as of now, because the MCC has been very kind, we are very hopeful of the fact that there will be not just cricket match at Lords. There are other engagements that we're working on. Obviously, with the scheduling that they have, it's a lot of management that they have to do internally. But as of now, come 2027, definitely we will be. We are hopeful that Lords will be a venue that we might get a game at, and even before that, for the next year, if there are windows that align with test matches, ODIs, and touring teams, we have been in conversation with Cricket Ireland and Cricket Scotland and Netherlands and everyone to try and find a window if we can, travel in that part of the world to play good cricket. And with the MCC, with the history that it has and the background that they represent, their association with us will definitely open a lot of windows for all of us.
Sorry, just to add to that as well, the one opportunity that any cricketer has now is through the growing franchise landscape in which we operate. And in a first for the MCC, we now own London Spirit, our 100 team. And we are actually in the wee hours of last night, I was working on the player signing window has just opened, which is going to lead to an auction that we're going to have likely to be in early March post the World Cup. And of course, with the growth of individual players in Nepal, they can enter the auctions. And so I can see in the next couple of years, Nepalese players playing cricket in franchise in the 100 franchise competition in London. And again, the synergies between what we can do with that and linking that to the work that we're doing here more broadly, I think is very closely connected. So keep on doing what you're doing would be my message to the players. So we're getting a lot better.
जस्तो यो ट्रफी जुन अब फेयर प्ले अवार्ड भनेको स्पिरिट अफ क्रिकेट अवार्ड भनेको छ हैन यसलाई दिनलाई केही पोइन्ट सिस्टम अथवा त्यस्तो के हुन्छ वा कसले चाहिँ अनाउन्स गर्नुहुन्छ यो?
We will leave it up to our match referee. We have our cricket operations manager as well. We have the commentators as well. So with the commentators, with the match referee, the umpires, and our cricket operations and the technical committee. At the end of the tournament, not just the points, it's about how the teams and the players have been behaving, which is very important. And even for the franchises, how they have been really, really supportive. We'll combine all of that and we'll leave it up to them. Once they decide, we'll follow the decision that the committee is going to bring it to us.
Is it this for just this year or will continue it going forward?
No, absolutely. I see this as the start of a long-term relationship. Like any relationship, you get to know each other and hopefully get closer. And that's certainly the intent in which that I talk here today. So I certainly hope this is the first of many, and if the competition and cricket in this country continues to on the path it is on, there is absolutely no reason why we wouldn't seek to do that.
All right, thank you everyone for all the support, and we hope to see you all again. Thank you.